Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at will you be together and when. I am basing this off of long distance relationships. However, if you would like to stick around and choose a pile and just take what resonates with respect to your situation, that is totally okay. You're more than welcome to stay. I do have 4 archetype cards laid out to help you select a pile that really suits your energy or your person's energy, the situation that you are currently in with respect to your long distance partner. We're going to start with our group 1. We have the Sword. Group 2, we have the Siren. Group 3, we have the Ocean. And group 4, we have the Poet. Okay, I'll give you a moment to kind of meditate on the cards. Alright, if you have chosen your group, I will link the timestamps below. You can go directly to the next group in the video. We're going to start with group 1. The Sword. Alright, hello my group 1. We are going to take a look at will you be together with your person and when. When is the most likely set time for you to be with this person? We're going to start with the energy of your person. I chose these cards based on their energy, not yours. However, if you feel that you still want to listen to it or you feel drawn to another pile, that might be why. So, these archetype cards are new for me, so I want to take a look at the guidebook. I'm going to go for the Sword. Okay. The knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword is in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. When light, cutting through to what is essential. When dark, hasty, backstabbing, a dull and painful blade. Contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of the first and the second arrow. Swing the sword once with precision and commitment. More than that will be painful for everyone involved. I feel like your person is making a very quick decision. They may be coming in quick. I'm kind of feeling like a Knight of Swords vibe where they are, maybe you don't know yet, but they may be coming in very quickly. They may be wanting to tell you that they're coming in quickly or that they want to. The swords are very intellectual in tarot, and they're also very quick. So I would honestly expect a message from them soon with respect to this. We're going to start with your tarot, and then we'll move into the timing cards. We have the Fool, the Hierophant, Strength, the Hanged Man, and the Three of Wands. All right. So I feel like your person's basically on their way. Like, they've booked their ticket, or they've packed up their things. Like, they are ready, 1 foot out the door. They're ready for this. With the Fool, this is the after tarot, I believe. Yeah, this is the after tarot deck, so it's moments just after the original tarot scene that's depicted. You see here the Fool. In the original tarot, the Fool is someone who is young, who is naive, who is just starting out on this journey. You see they've got a knapsack with their things packed very lightly. They're not taking a lot of things with them into this next chapter of their life. They're wanting to go to this next chapter with a clean slate, with purity, with pure intentions. They're in search of happiness and peace and prosperity. I do see that with the dog barking at them on the ledge, I feel like there was somebody who was trying to tell this person not to embark on this venture, not to try to close the gap, not to come to you. But they clearly ignored this person's signs and signals and whatever they were telling them, whatever they were expressing to them at that time. And they've already stepped off of this ledge and they're starting on their journey. And I think that's interesting because that's the same vibe you get here from this Three of Wands. The Two of Wands, the card immediately before this, is a lot about planning and travel, and usually like overseas travel. So this Three of Wands is that next step after that, where they're making plans and starting to act on those plans. Okay, so this tells me that your person is in flight, like this bird up here. They're in flight. They're on their way. They're getting things set. They've had to make sacrifices to get here. They may have had to let some people go that they were close to. They may have had to let go of some old ideas, old morals, the way that they saw things previously. But they're they're definitely on their way. We also have the Hierophant and Strength. The Hierophant is a lot about order. I feel like maybe they were trying to get their life in order, their home in order, their schooling or work situation in order before they decided to come to you. But I feel like if it's not already put together and organized and structured the way that it's meant to be, the way that they want it to be, then it's just about finished, like within weeks, if not less. This Strength card speaks a lot about the strength and the courage that they have had to go through, that they have had to really channel in order to get to this point of leaving everything behind and looking forward into the future and looking forward off into the distance, right? He's looking off into the distance, sending this bird to make sure that everything's ready, make sure that everything's safe for him to embark on this venture. And it's a very bold move for this person as well. So I feel like they do have a strategy. They do have a plan. I don't think that this is something that they're wanting to just do on a whim, even if it seems quick and fast. I think it's because they may have been planning behind the scenes. They may have been planning some things without telling you, or organizing some things without speaking to you about it. Maybe because they were afraid that something would fall through. So, with your divine timing cards, we have fall, we have 4 weeks, and we have sooner than you think. So, I do believe that this person is coming in hot. I feel like they're coming in very quickly. Again, even when we were going over this, the sword, I had a very heavy Knight of Swords energy where the knight is just racing into the picture and coming in as fast as they possibly can, but not impulsive. there's thought behind it with the Hanged Man. They thought this through. It's not, I mean, he's had time hanging here, right? Otherwise this woman wouldn't be giving him something to drink. He's had time to really ponder the outcome, to think through his decisions, and plan his way into this experience. So I do see that you two will be together. I do see that this person is actively trying to make that happen, and they're very confident that it's going to happen very soon. Okay, very soon. Alright, so I wanted to keep this one short and sweet just so I could do a few more piles today. So that is all I have for you today, pile 1. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer those through my Etsy shop. That will be linked below in the description box. I am closed on Sundays. However, you can still place an order. It just won't get to you the same day. Most of my orders are filled within 24 to 48 hours. So until next time, guys. Alright, my pile 2s with the Siren. I hope you're doing well. We are going to start with this and then move into tarot. So, as I was telling pile 1, I am new to this archetype deck. I'm new to archetypes in general. I am absolutely fascinated by it, so I want to read this for you. We have the Siren. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Okay. The Temptress, the Seducer, the Femme Fatale. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. This person is awakened, sensual. It also lists absorption and arousal. They can have a wickedness about them, adultery, wreckage, betrayal, and instability, listed as their darker side. Other iterations of the siren include the nymph, the mermaid, and the fairy. They often come in sets of 3, a trinity of temptation. I'm hearing triple threat. I feel like your person is, they may be someone who is in the arts, maybe someone who sings, who is very vocal about how they feel about situations. I do see a little bit of, if you're familiar with Kim's other deck, is it the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, I believe? There's a card in it called the Black Egg, which is kind of what I see here. I know this is black and red, but I'm seeing the Black Egg where it talks about revealing your truth. This is someone who's comfortable revealing their truth, and I feel like this is someone who helps encourage you as well as those around them to also reveal their truth, to speak out about how they feel and who they are, and to be open and honest with their communication and thorough with their communication. I feel like this is also someone who is quite seductive, quite sexy. They may use their looks to reel you in and to kind of reel other people in, maybe not necessarily to sleep with them or to be with them or to replace you with them, but they may use their looks to their advantage, maybe in business or pleasure. So I think that this is someone who can be dangerous, but in a good way. This is someone who's going to encourage you to take a deep dive and figure out more about yourself and lean more on your intuition. This is someone who, I feel like they're just very beautiful. That's all I'm hearing, is they are enchanting. hauntingly beautiful. Okay, so this is your person, right? This is your person's energy. So let's move into their tarot first, and then we'll go into the divine timing. We have the Hierophant, the Devil, the Tower, the Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. These are in reverse and it's driving me crazy. Hold on. I put them in back. Not that, excuse me, not that it's a huge deal, I suppose, but all right. Let's see if we can process this. So will you and your person be together, and when? I'm hearing, oh, what is that phrase? Order from chaos is what I'm getting with the Tower and the Hierophant over here. So I feel like something has happened between the two of you, or is about to happen between the two of you, that may seem very scary, very daunting, something that may look like it's going to alter your lives in a huge way. And it may just be the upheaval of moving and closing the distance, right? But it could be something else. It could be someone taking a job that in a location that they weren't expecting. So, you know, maybe you two were expecting to settle down somewhere in the middle, but they just got a new job offer and it's going to pay better in a different location and it's closer to where they are, so you're going to have to move further off, and that's very scary for the both of you because it's not what you had originally planned. However, it may feel chaotic now, but it's going to lead to order. It's going to lead to a more traditional connection, something more structured is what I'm hearing. So I feel like in the end that'll be a little bit happier than the way it would have gone without this Tower moment. I don't feel like this Ten of Pentacles would happen without the Tower moment. I feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say there's no love between the two of you, because there's love, but I feel like it's more of a playful, youthful type of connection. Maybe you're very sarcastic and playful with each other and you joke around a lot and you just have fun. It doesn't seem very serious, like marriage, like you're not planning for marriage in the long run, or somebody wasn't, but they had to kind of take a step away and really think about what they wanted in life and think about where they were going in life, and they may have started focusing a little bit more on their finances and their career and their money situation rather than the relationship. I don't think they necessarily put you on the back burner completely, but I do see that they were focusing more on their career for a time being. And they may have had to put that first because we have to have money to survive, right? We have to have money to have a place to live, and we have to have money to just function in this world. So I don't think it's a bad thing that they were trying to put their career first. With this being the Ten of Pentacles, there's, you know, a husband and wife in the picture, there's a family in the picture. I do see that with the decision they made based on their job, it did revolve around, I mean, they had to kind of look within and see what they wanted out of life, but I do see that they wanted something with you, and that's why they made the decision that they made. They wanted a better life for both of you. So just keep that in mind when you are thinking about how your situation with this person is playing out. With the Devil, I feel like there may be some commitments that they're going to be bound to right now. Again, that may be the decision financially that they have recently made. I feel like it's going to be better for you two in the long run, but you may be kind of frustrated with this person about that. You may feel like, well, they're putting everything else before me. I don't feel like I matter, but I'm stuck. I don't want to leave them. We're really tied together in some way. We really love each other. We don't want to go anywhere. We're kind of addicted to each other is what the Devil energy is about, right? But I think given time, if you kind of just let things play out, give it a little bit of time, that Hierophant energy is going to come in. The Hierophant, as I mentioned earlier, can be about order and structure. It can also be knowledge. But this card can also represent marriage. So I do feel like as long as you are patient in this connection, that it will turn out better than you want and better than you're expecting, and it will most likely, with the given energies as they are right now, lead to something more long-term, more of a union, like an actual physical, mental, and spiritual union between the two of you, which is a beautiful thing, right? And let's get into your divine timing oracle cards. We have January and April. I am going to say that somewhere between January and April of 2023, well, if you want to take this as a timeless reading, you can take the next January and April is when this is most likely to manifest given the current energies. Timing is a really tricky thing, so anything can really change a situation, right? So if you're not happy with this, do something to manifest an outcome that you want. Do something to manifest, if you want to see them sooner, if you want to meet them sooner, manifest that shit. You can, I promise you can. I've done it. I've had friends that have done it. The problem with manifesting is you have to make sure that not only you know what you want when you manifest it, you have to make sure you're ready for it. So I'm going to be honest, I feel like a lot of this is kind of my personal situation, if I'm being honest. So let me just give you some personal advice from my perspective. So if I want us to be united, I want us to be together now. Could I rush it sooner than January to April? Yes, I could manifest that. Will this happen? Probably not. This will probably be reversed. We probably won't be financially stable for a while, and it will be a very bumpy ride. So I'm going to trust Spirit when they say, wait for this Hierophant, wait for this stability, wait for this order and structure. Might take a little bit longer than what you're wanting, right? It's not immediate, but it's going to benefit both of you in the long run. So that is all I have for you today, Pile 2. It's been a pleasure as always. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, I do have my Etsy shop linked below. I have several different types of readings and even custom readings if you're interested. My shop is not open on Sunday, but I do tend to get readings out within 24 to 48 hours. So I will see you guys in the next video. All right, my pile 3 is how are you? We have the ocean. Okay. We're going to start here with your person's energy from the archetype deck, and then we are going to move into tarot and a divine timing card. So let's take a look at your archetype first. For your person, we pulled the ocean. I am new to these archetypes. It's a new concept to me. I'm fascinated by it. So I do want to give you the proper information rather than guessing. We do have some Aquarius energy coming through here too. I know it's an air sign, but I'm just, this is standing out to me, but I'm also an Aquarius. So, all right, so the ocean, the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature, yet amid its overwhelming power it calls to us. It inspires us and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you have known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. let the wave crash. Deeper than deep, big dreams, discovery. We also have subsumed, drowned, polluted, unpredictable. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy, moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. How beautiful is that? I'm also getting some Cancer energy as well. Your person's very deep, very emotional. I feel like I know there's two sides to all of these archetypes, right? But right now I'm getting an overwhelming feeling of your person being very stressed out by the distance, very afraid of the distance. They feel very scared, not really knowing what exactly is going to happen. They may be consumed by their emotions and kind of in this hermit mode where they're retreating into their dark hole or cave and not really wanting to come out. There may be some distance between you two, not just physically, but even verbally. Maybe they're not speaking to you very often. I don't think this is necessarily a no contact situation for most of you, but I do feel like maybe they've just kind of pulled back. But I don't think this is a you issue. It has nothing really to do with you. I think it's them and their internal fears and their insecurities and their ego is kind of getting in the way, and they're really struggling to let their guard down in this situation with respect to coming to you, right? Because that's what this question is all about, is when will you be together and when? And I feel like this person is terrified of that. They may be someone who's terrified of commitment, someone who's terrified of really merging with another person, is what I'm hearing. Right, because that's what union is. That's what marriage is you're merging your life with someone else's. And I feel like they're scared because they're going to have to give up a lot, right? They're going to have to sacrifice a lot of not just physical things and people around them, but who they are. They're going to have to give up. I'm hearing something within their personality that they know they're going to have to leave behind in order to make this work. So, Group 3, let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have several. Over here. It's going to be your divine timing. So I do see this person kind of taking their time, and it that was kind of reflected in the message I was getting from this ocean card anyway. I don't see them coming very soon. I feel like right now they okay, so right here with the Fool and the Hierophant, notice how the Fool is looking away from the Hierophant. I feel like it's not that they don't have feelings for you or they don't care about you or they don't want something with you, but they are terrified of commitment. You see how he's looking directly away? He's ignoring this Hierophant. They are not interested in marriage right now. That's the last thing on their mind. Do they want to see you? I believe so. Do they want to be with you? Yes. They are not willing to commit right now. That's nowhere even close to an option for them. And I know that might be hard for some of you to hear, and I'm sorry, my delivery is probably not the best, but I want to be honest with you, and I don't want to, beat around the bush and say that, oh, they're going to marry you tomorrow, because that's not the reality of the situation. But they do have hope that, I feel like they're afraid to tell you this if they haven't already expressed it. If they haven't verbally stated to you and explicitly stated to you, hey, I'm terrified of commitment, I don't want to get married, I don't even know if I ever want to get married, I feel like they are scared to tell you. But with this King of Swords way over here, I feel like they're going to tell you. Not only are they going to tell you, they're going to tell you that's what's halting their forward movement. That's what's going to that's what's slowing them down from coming to you. They're gonna be honest with you soon about it. I do think with the Star and the Six of Swords, they do have this sense of hope and faith that you will understand their point of view, even if it hurts you. I think that they want you to know that they do want to come to you, but this person is nowhere near ready. But they're really hoping that you'll understand, and not only are they hoping that you'll understand, they hope that you will go with them on this journey. The Star is all about this guiding light in the sky, right? This hope, this faith that we have when we're pursuing something, when we feel hopeless, when we feel lost. And it's interesting to me because in the following card right here, this Six of Swords, he's going on a journey. He's going on a journey in a boat into calmer waters with two people. So he's taking you with, this may be a man or a woman for you, but just in this picture, I see you being the person in the boat, and the person steering the boat is going to take you with them, or at least they're going to try to. They don't want to leave you behind just because they're struggling to commit. And some of you may be willing to wait for this person, some of you might not, and that's totally up to you. That is your decision. Sometimes people can be worth the wait, sometimes unfortunately they aren't. But I do see this person wanting you to wait for them. I feel like they really don't have a plan together. They're not even trying to get a plan together. They're kind of flying by the seat of their pants right now. They don't even know what tomorrow's going to bring in their own life, so the option of them having some plan for merging both of your lives when they don't even know what their life is about right now is, it's non-existent. So I feel like they have some personal things that they have to figure out right now, within themselves and within their journey. I feel like this person may be someone who doesn't have a job or doesn't have a steady job, or maybe they have a temp job, something that's not very long-term, something that doesn't have a stable foundation, something that's not going to really give them some financial stability, which is interesting. I feel that because there's absolutely no Pentacles except the Queen of Pentacles down here at the bottom. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is more you than your person, and the King of Swords is more them than you. I feel like this King of Swords, you see, he is facing forward. He's facing the truth. He's facing the inevitable, because you are going to come to him and ask him about, hey, when are you coming? Why aren't you coming? What's the deal? What's going to come of this connection? He's going to have to stand his ground, face his truth, and speak his truth. And he knows that, or they know that. When I say he or she, it's usually based off of whether it's a man or a woman in the cards. So you just kind of take it how it resonates in your situation. But he knows that he's going to have to stand his ground. And he knows he's going to have to be honest and open with you. Otherwise, this is all going to fall apart. And I do not see that they want it to fall apart. They don't. They seem a little more immature when it comes to love and communication and relationships. With you, I feel like you are really something more stable in their life, something that's more consistent is what I'm hearing. You may be someone who shows up for them day in and day out, and they don't have a lot of people in their life like you that, are consistent and always there. So I want you to know that this person does appreciate all the effort and care that you do put into this connection, because they do love that about you. They appreciate that about you. You are someone who's very kind and compassionate and very patient. I feel like you know in your heart, and your intuition tells you it's going to be a while. You're going to have to wait for this person, just because this is the Suit of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving suit, right? So you're going to have to sit down, stay a while if you want this connection to work out, unfortunately. But it's all about the journey, right? There's a wait. Try to really embrace your own self-healing journey right now, and your own self-confidence and your own self-love. Try to focus on you in the midst of all of this, because that's going to be very important for you carrying on in your own life as well, because you have to be happy and you have to be healthy. to really have a happy and healthy relationship with someone else when you try to merge your lives together, right? All right, so let's get your divine timing card. When will it happen? We have 3 months. I'm going to say that I feel like this 3 months is not necessarily them showing up to close the gap or close the distance. I feel like within the next 3 months, they're going to tell you, I don't know if I can do this. Not break up with you, but just say, I don't know about commitment. I'm not comfortable with commitment. I don't know if I can move. I don't know if I can even come see you. I don't have the finances, right? I think the 3 months has to speak to this King of Swords moment that they're going to have. For most of you. That may not be everyone. Some of you, it might be 3 months that they move. But I'm just feeling like it's going to take longer for this person to really mature and get their life in order. But let's pull an extra card. I didn't really do this for the other groups, but I feel called to for you guys. So let's see. Can we get a card for when this person is going to see them next? Let's say, when are they going to see them next? Six months, okay. And when are they going to... when is this person going to... trying to formulate a question here. When are they going to close the gap? When are they most likely to close the gap? Ooh, got something. Where's it at? 9 months, okay. So 3, 6, 9. It will we have it will take a while on the bottom. Okay. So I feel like this person is going to take some time. But I feel like, again, even though this person is afraid of commitment, I feel like they are actively manifesting this. I feel like they do want this. They just aren't ready right now. So that's kind of what I'm getting from the 369, besides the song, obviously. I was also picking up, the 369 method of manifestation. So this one might be a little bit of a wait, guys. It's up to you to really decide if it's worth it. So I don't want you to think just because you're going to have to wait a little bit longer doesn't mean that they aren't worth it or that you should end the connection. Sometimes, good things can take time. Not all good things do, but some good things do. So it has been a pleasure as always, Group 3. If you are interested in personal readings, I do offer those in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. My shop is closed on Sundays, but I am open during the week and on Saturdays. It takes usually 24 to 48 hours to complete the readings, sometimes even sooner. So if you're interested in that, like I said, it's in the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, my pile 3s. Welcome, welcome. We're going to go through your archetype card first, then your tarot, and then your divine timing. So we have the poet. It's one of the first ones. Let's see. The poet. The artist, the witness, the truth teller. I'm already hearing that they see right through you. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It is possible that others may not seem to listen or to care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Clairvoyant, wise, and timeless, We also have harmful words, sharp tongue, thwarted creativity. It's likely that there is a poem or a poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit it and read it now. Be open to the message. So, your person may be artistic. They may be someone who is very self-expressive. I do feel like this person is, obviously they listed clairvoyant. I feel like they are more heavily spiritual than the other groups. I feel like they may, actually, I'm seeing someone who manifests by the moon and really works by the moon and pays heavy attention to the phases in the lunar calendar. I do feel like this person also does see the bigger picture. With all of the birds, I feel like they have a lot of people looking out for you, or like watching you to an extent. Maybe they, maybe you guys have friends in common, or maybe they just kind of look at your social media a lot with the distance. But I feel like they have people where you are to kind of keep an eye on you and see, let them know how you're doing and what's going on in your life. I don't feel like this is necessarily a no contact reading. That's not really what I was going for, but it may be for some cases. This person is very observant, and I feel like there's someone who finds beauty in the darkest places, someone who finds beauty in the little things in life, the little things that other people don't notice, the things that other people just kind of toss aside. One man's trash is another man's treasure is what I'm hearing. So that's a beautiful energy for your person. We are going to get into your tarot. We have the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. These cards are giving me some trouble, guys. Okay. You can see all those. Okay. Give me just a moment to kind of process this layout. The question is, will you be together and when? I don't know about this one. This one's a little confusing when it comes to will you be together. There's so many swords, so many thoughts, and so few pentacles. I feel like this is something that's not coming to fruition, something that's not tangible, something that is kind of still in the ether if you're trying to manifest it. It's something that's still in its beginning stages. This may be a very early connection, and if it's not, it may be something that's very on again, off again. I feel like both of you right now are disappointed, maybe with respect to communication and how you're talking to each other or not talking to each other. I do see a lot of pain on both sides, mentally. Words do hurt, right? I feel like you're more of the Nine of Swords for most cases, for most of you, and I feel like your person, for most of you, is the Five of Swords. I feel like they know that they've said something that hurt you, but they're just kind of sitting there. I feel like they do have some remorse, and they're in their head kind of beating themselves up about it, but it's also like they feel like they said what they needed to say, because that was their truth at that time. That doesn't necessarily make it right, but, you know, in their reality, they thought it was the right thing to say. I don't think they're sorry for saying it, but they're sorry for hurting you, if that makes sense. I don't know, guys. I don't feel a lot of... There's not a lot of stability in this connection. There's not... a lot of longevity, security. I feel like you may be spending a lot of time begging this person to come, or maybe the both of you are, you know, begging the universe to give you the right circumstances so that you can be together. I'm seeing someone literally on their hands and knees begging with this Six of Pentacles, begging for things to work out, begging for things to be fair, begging for what they want, right? Begging for that stability. Even if it's not Ten of Pentacles stability, they're begging for something tangible, something real, something more than this long distance connection that you're currently going through. But there's something, this King of Swords is what I'm feeling is standing in the way. There's something big standing in the way of your connection. And maybe a father figure, maybe family that's kind of getting in the way. I wouldn't say a full family, I would say a family member more than likely. But maybe you guys are very young, because the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords, both people look pretty young to me compared to the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords is older and wiser and has been through more experiences and challenges, and have kind of earned their stripes, right? The people in the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords are very young, very new to these situations. But I feel like they're in very uncharted territory. I do feel this person coming in with an apology, and that's going to help to kind of balance out some of this unstable connection, some of this instability. I feel like they're going to try to fix things in a sense, but I don't see it being a lot of effort that they're putting in. It's more of a quick effort. Like, I'm sorry this happened, I love you, can we move on to the next conversation? But I feel like you will take that. You'll accept it. You'll accept that kind of apology. Because, you know, I mean, it's an apology nonetheless. Even, I mean, I feel like this person probably struggles with that kind of thing, but I feel like they're pretty expressive with other things, but when it comes to apologizing, that might be pretty difficult for this person, and I feel like you know that, hence the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you'll accept it, you'll feel a little bit better about the situation, and it might give you a little more footing than what the two of you have had previously. I feel like it might give you a little more peace, but you're still going to feel like you're still going to feel the waves crashing, you're still going to feel, I'm literally, I literally feel like I'm on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and it's just rocking back and forth, making me nauseated. It's such trepid waters. Yeah, I can feel so much anxiety coming from one or both of you. So, will you be together? I do not know. I don't think there is a solid yes here. I think it's either no or maybe. As of right now, there is someone that's standing in the way of y'all's connection, and as long as this person is standing in their way and not changing their mind, I do not see it happening. I'll be honest. Let's see what your timing card is. Oh, there's two. We have your angels are planning the perfect moment in time, and when God strikes. So this even further clarifies what I was saying. With all of the swords, I feel like it's literally up in the air. All of the swords, all of the birds, it's just in the air. She's juggling in the air. I feel like there's no grounding, no footing, no stability. There's nothing for this to stand on, hardly. I mean, even in the Two of Pentacles over here, she's standing on one foot. Is she balanced? Yeah. Is she having a hard time compared to if she was standing on both feet? Definitely. So there's not a lot of structure and stability in this connection. I don't feel like it has, right now, I don't feel like it has the strength and the foundation to really go the distance, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Does that mean that it's never going to work out, that you're never going to meet? No. If you want to wait, you want to stick it out, you want to manifest that outcome, it will happen. But it might take a very long time for this to happen, okay? So I don't want you to think that this means it's the end of your relationship. It is for some of you, probably. I'm going to be honest. I feel like this person is really getting in the way of you two being together. But for others, I feel like you can't overcome this. It's going to take a very, very long time though, okay? So my best advice for you right now is just to, kind of like in pile 3, I told them, I think it was pile 3, I told them to really focus on their self and focus on their healing. You know, the more you focus on you, it sounds like a selfish thing to do, but the more you focus on you and focus on your inner healing journey and kind of coming into your own and figuring out who you are as a person, the more the more attractive you're going to be to your person. B, the more happy you're going to be in life, because you're going to realize you don't have to, you don't need anybody, okay? You don't need this person. You might think you do, but you truly don't, I promise. You want them, right? When you're healthy, you want them. There's a difference. So I don't want you to be in this Nine of Swords energy. I want you to be happy, healthy, in love with yourself, so that you can love this person even more, right? So that you can be happy in life and enjoy life as it comes, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pile 4. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer those on my Etsy page. My shop is closed on Sundays. However, I am open the rest of the week and on Saturdays. I do tend to get most readings out within 24 to 48 hours. So, that is my Etsy selfless promo. And I'll see you guys in the next video.